Shalom, shalom, Kahala Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, Daban to the apostles and elders, great millstone and well, and salutations to the brethren on the four corners of the earth, pushing the word in truth and in sincerity. This is Ira from Great Millstone, Wisconsin, and I wanted to say a few words concerning the Golden Cup, the Golden Cup that used to be Babylon, because now what we're seeing, as we've been seeing for the past, decade, but now is being more evident, during the close of the decade from 2019 coming into 2000, almost 22 damn near, is that this place, America, is becoming a third world country. This place is being systematically broken down and destroyed by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And you can see it, and it's blatant, and everyone sees it. The whole earth now sees it and recognizes it, and makes a laughing stock of this place, And this is just going to be a little quick hit. This is Jeremiah chapter 51. And verse 7 says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. Now, when you look at a golden cup is a chalice, and the chalice of a king, something that's a treasure that the king drinks out of, right? So so America was a treasured nation, and instead it made all the earth drunken, because everyone loves to drink out of the golden cup, the chalice, So what happened is the other nations got drunk from drinking out of America, by pulling from America, by pulling resources from America, by pulling philosophies and pulling witchcrafts and pulling intellect, information, from this place. And they've become drunken with what with excess of what they've been given, It says the nations have drunk enough for wine, therefore the nations are mad. Now, when you look up in this word mad here, Salakia, if I can pull this up. Comes from the Hebrew hayalal, which means to shine, to make foolish, to boast, to rave, to boast. So what's happening is that the other nations, they have a mad sense about themselves, because the thing about wine and strong drink, it's raging. Strong drink is raging, and wine is a mocker, So Babylon has been that wine for these other nations. These other nations have been boasting of the same things that America boasts themselves on: war machines, democracy. Everything is almost the exact same, and they've become lesser versions of themselves. And now they're starting to see that, and they're really pissed off at this place, It says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? So how's Babylon going to be destroyed? Babylon's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. Yes, but from where? From who? From the other nations, man, that drunk of this cup, that drunk of the golden cup, that drunk the wine, that drank the Babylon juice, that fell for the bullshit, that fell for the democracy, that have been undercut and subverted, and, have been, puppet leaders have been set up, and coup d'etats and things of that nature, and they let their guards down because they were drinking of the wine, So now they're pissed off, and this is a future prophecy of what's going to happen to America. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. So now they're trying to heal America, because all the other nations are shown to have thermonuclear capability, All the other nations have proven that they're economically strong, and economically stronger than America. They have stronger military might than America, So now they're trying to heal, the elites are trying to heal Babylon, It says, if so be, she may be healed. We would not have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. And one of the ways that they've been trying to heal this place is its economic structure. I think they just had they just came to an agreement on a deal on the debt ceiling or something like that. And the national debt just keeps rising and rising and rising. There's no type of legislative power, or spending power that they can do to leverage America's debt to pay itself off. It says, if so, she may be healed. Yeah, so if they were able to cure this place, then all of America's problems would be over. There wouldn't be damn near economic crashes every 4 years, you know? It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. And that's what you're starting to see too. All of these other nations that have come to this place for great riches and, you know, freedom and the American dream, they're realizing that American dream was a nightmare. You know, their dreams have become nightmares, and those nightmares have become reality, you know, walking around in this place. It says, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies, you know, because America is a filthy place, man. You know, the manner of sin that reaches up to the skies, is, you know, when sin is piled on top of each other, on top of each other, and on top of each other, it's called iniquity, man. You know, and America has created nothing but iniquity. And people can see where this place is headed. You know, people can see that other nations are getting irritated with this place, so to speak. There's no money left in this place. You know, all this place does is consume and buy, and, you know, nothing is created here but misery. It says, the Lord hath brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord, our power. You know, because that's going to be the great work that the Lord is going to do, man, is destroy this place. Because this place is finished. There's honestly nothing left in it to squeeze out of America. You know, this place doesn't have another 50 years left. You know, they're trying to scale plans, you know, for infrastructure and for, you know, for baby booming statistics and things of that nature. This place isn't going to last that long. You know, this place is going to be taken out really soon. And it's been prophesied, and it's been going down ever since the prophets showed up in this place, man. Ever since the 70s, after the golden age of America in the 60s, this place has been on a steady decline, man. You know, ever since Abba Bivens and Priest Arya and King Masha, you know, and High Priest Yaikwab and Apostle Har on down, ever since the prophets showed up, this place has been on a steady decline. And now what you're seeing is a snowball effect, you know, or what they call circling the drain. Now it's the momentum has started to go, and you can't stop it. That's why when you go back into Jeremiah 51, it says, if we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed, you know, because the damage is happening too fast. As Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8, it says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. So the prophets have prophesied against great kingdoms, of war that was supposed to come, of evil, bad times, and of pestilence, meaning diseases, man. And you're seeing all three of those in America now today. There has not been a year since I've been able to, you know, recollect things, since my memory has been in function, that I can remember that there was a time where America was just in peace. Like there was no pestilence, there was no war in the news, or there was nothing evil happening in this place. This place is nothing but pure evil, man, you know? And evil needs to be stomped out. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. It says, come down and sit in the dust. Now, when you look at the word dust means confusion, you know? So, and that's what America's in right now, confusion. The Americans, the elites of the society, the kings and the princes and the aldermen and the policemen, police forces, National Guard, however you want to say it, they don't know what to do. They're scrambling right now. It says, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, you know, and the reason why it's called Virgin Babylon, because there's never been any type of major war fought in the soil. But it says sit on the ground. There is no throne, meaning to be humbled. And the way this place is going to be humbled is when it's destroyed, you know. It says there is no throne, because there's not going to be a kingdom of America anymore when the Lord is done with this place. It says, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers. So all the secret parts of this place is being uncovered, man. Everybody's whistleblowing on this place. Nobody gives a damn about the rules and regulations. No, everyone's fighting back against this legislation. You know, everybody's fighting the so-called proven establishment of this place. You know, nobody gives a damn anymore. And it says pass over the rivers. So there are things that America has created here that are being shipped overseas, you know, to the other nations, or that are being expedited, you know, such as separate jobs, companies, manufacturers, you know. It says thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. So, and that their shame is being seen. It's being broadcasted all over the news and international outlets all over the world, that America's having a problem with this disease control. America's having a problem with riot control. America's having a problem with legislation creation and economic control, you know. But this used to be the golden cup in the Lord's hand, man. This used to be the so-called leading country in the world. That was supposedly the best in everything. But not anymore, you know. It says, I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man. You know, Yahweh Shai. When he makes his return, he's not going to come as a regular man. He did that already and he was murdered, you know. Now he's coming back in his fullness of power. And this place is going to be a blood stain on the earth, man. It says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. It says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. You know, because there's not going to be any more kingdom. You know, this lady that rides the beast, this whore that rides the beast, is going to be put in her place. You know, it says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou heavily laid thy yoke. And that's what happened to us, to Israel in slavery, man. You know, the Lord gave us over to these devils. That's the only reason why they were able to systematically destroy us how they did. It says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Right? They didn't think that the Most High was going to recompense them for what they did to the children of Israel. You know, this lady, this bitch, this bitch Babylon did not understand, or didn't want to understand, or even consider what was going to happen in the latter end. Damn, am I going to be punished for doing this to them? They read the scriptures. They understand this. They understand certain things in the scriptures. So they know that there was some point there was going to be payback time. But guess what, though? They never considered it, you know? So because they never considered it, they're never going to see it coming. It says, therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. So she's like, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. So these elites in the American society and Babylonian society think nothing's going to happen to them. That's why they're never gonna see this destruction coming. You know, that's why it's gonna be a complete blindside. It says, for these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. You know, so people are going to start dying off in mass numbers before this day. But on this day, this is the day that this place is being destroyed. This is the day that we look for, that we hope for, that we hasten for. It says, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and the great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, and thou hast said, none seeth me. So they perform their witchcraft and their seances, and just like we're in the month of October, this whole month of October is a ritualistic, a satanic month, man. You know, but they say, oh, ain't nobody seeing me do this. The Most High, the Lord ain't looking at me, but the Lord is looking at you, man. It says, thy wisdom and thy knowledge hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. And that's textbook solipsism, man. This place think people in this place think that no one else matters but America. But that's about to change. It says, therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. Right? Because they're not looking for it. They think that they had everything figured out, or that they will figure everything out. So it's like I said, it's gonna blindside them, man. It's like you going through a red light or going through an intersection while you're driving through an intersection, and a semi truck just runs a red light and T-bones you. You don't see it coming, man, and it's fatal. It says, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. So they're not gonna see it coming. I can't say it any simpler. It says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. And this is totally rhetorical. The Lord's telling them, oh yeah, go ahead and do that little witchcraft you got. I mean, if it works, you might win. Who knows? It says, that thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers and the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators, stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble, and fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. So yeah, this place is going to be totally destroyed. It's going to be worse off than Sodom and Gomorrah. Thus shalt thou be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter. None shall save thee. Yeah, no one's going to save this place, man. Just like no one saved Israel in our captivity. No one's going to save this place when the Lord comes to recover us, And this is about to happen really soon. In a neighborhood, city, near you, man. So with that, that's all I want to say on the subject. So with that, I want to give all praises. Call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. Double honors the apostles and elders, great millstone are well. And salutations to the brethren on the four corners of the earth, pushing the word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.